From minions and milestones to pancakes and puppies. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 4 fun lunch ideas that I made for my kids during their last week of school. I'm Jennifer with the Family Fudge, and welcome to Bunches of Lunches. Starting next week, my kids are all on summer break, but I still plan on sharing fun lunch videos with you guys, so let me know in the comments down below what kinds of lunch ideas you'd like to see. And now, without further ado, let's get on to the lunches. First up, I'm going to be making a lunch with my oldest daughter, Mackenzie, in mind. I'm going to be making her some pancakes, but not just regular pancakes. I thought it'd be really interesting to give these ones a try. I got these at Trader Joe's probably about 2 weeks ago. These are ube mochi pancakes. So it looks like these pancakes are supposed to be slightly chewy with purple yam flavoring. They're also gluten-free, and I'm gonna go ahead and prepare the batter according to the directions on the box. Now, I'm a huge fan of anything ube flavored, and of course, since I love all things Japanese, I'm a huge fan of mochi as well. So I'm definitely gonna be making a few extra pancakes so that the whole family, including myself, can try them. Now, you guys, let me know in the comments down below if you've ever tried ube or mochi before, and let me know what you think of it, whether you like it or not. Okay guys, now so far these pancakes are smelling so good, but they're not quite as purple as I thought they would be. But you know, instead of just leaving these as plain old pancakes, I'm going to fancy them up a little bit, and I'm going to try my best to make a little Totoro character. Now, if you haven't heard of Totoro, he is from a very popular Japanese movie, and he's kind of like a cross between a raccoon, a cat, and an owl. You know, as my daughter Mackenzie is getting older, she's starting to share my love for all things Japanese, and I am super excited to share the culture with her. Of course, I am not Japanese, but I did spend a lot of time living in Japan before I had kids. So as you can see, I just very carefully added some whipped cream to his belly area. For his eyes, I'm adding some candy sprinkles, and then using this little frosting pen, I'm going to add his little nose, which is kind of like a triangle shape. And then I'm also going to try my best to add some whiskers and kind of a V pattern to his tummy area, kind of like an owl. Now, this doesn't look exactly like Totoro, but I think it's really cute, and I know that Mackenzie will love it. For Mackenzie's fruit, she requested blueberries, so I'm just going to place them right here. And then for her veggies, she requested a combination of cucumber and carrots. For her snack, I'm going to be adding in a little Baby Bell cheese, and I went ahead and cut out a letter T inside the wax. Of course, T is for Totoro. And to go along with the cheese, I'm also going to add in some pretzels. But not just any pretzels, these are called Dots, and apparently these come from North Dakota. You guys have to let me know if you've ever tried these before. They're kind of like this long, twirly shape, and they have a really tasty seasoning on the outside. Kind of like ranch seasoning, but not exactly. For Mackenzie's sweet treat, I'm just going to be adding one of these end of the school year cookies. And then for Mackenzie's drink, she's just going to have some water.
I really like the ube mochi pancakes. And I like the Dots pretzels better than regular pretzels because it has a really nice seasoning on them. And I didn't really like the cookie that much. It was dry and it didn't taste very good.
Since I'm going in age order, next up I'm making Jackson's lunch. And for his lunch, I'm going for a Minions theme, which is perfect because Jackson loves everything Minion. For Jackson's main course, I'm going to attempt to make a Minion sandwich. So for this, I'm going to start by shaping my bread. We're going to trim off the sides a little bit, and then I'm going to round the top like this, kind of like a Minion shape. Now for the inside of the sandwich, I'm just going to be adding a little bit of mayo, and then inside I'm just going to add some pepperoni. If I had salami, I would use that, but unfortunately I don't have any in the house right now. Now you'll notice I didn't add any cheese to the sandwich yet. To make this guy look more Minion-like, I'm going to add some cheese right on top. And this is the most yellow cheese I could find. Next, I'm going to take a little fruit leather strip, and I went ahead and cut this smaller so that it kind of looks like the little goggle strap on a Minion. Next, I'm going to be adding a round piece of white cheese for the Minion eye. And then to finish this off, I just cut some different shapes of fruit leather. I cut a round shape for the center of the eye, a little zigzag shape to look like Minion hair, and I'm also adding just a teeny tiny little smile. And there you have it, guys. This little Minion sandwich is pretty cute. So now moving on to the rest of Jackson's lunch. For his veggies, I'm going to be adding in some cucumber sticks, and some tomatoes. To go along with Jackson's vegetables, I'm also going to be adding in some ranch for dipping. And then for his fruit, I'm going to be adding in a banana because Minions love bananas. These ones are a little bit speckly, but I don't think Jackson will mind. And then for his snack, I'm going to be adding in some banana yogurt. And then on top of the yogurt, I'm going to add a few of these coconut chips. These are so good. And just to make this a little bit more colorful, I'm also going to add in some sprinkles. And now, since this is an extra special end of the year lunch, I also have a few more things to add. For Jackson's sweet treat, I cooked up some of these Minion sugar cookies. I actually found these at Aldi. And of course, they're so easy because you just have to place and bake them. And then for Jackson's drink, he picked out this flavored water with the Minion topper.
My favorite part was the Minion sandwich, the yogurt, and the cookies. And I really like the Minion movie.
Next up, I'm making Lily's lunch. And for hers, I'm going with a graduation theme. And that's because this year, Lily finished kindergarten and next year she's going to be graduating to first grade. Now, since this is a special occasion, I'm going to go ahead and make Lily her favorite peekaboo sandwich. But this time, instead of using regular peanut butter, I'm going to be using some vanilla almond butter instead. And of course, to make this into a peekaboo sandwich, I'm going to be cutting out a little 1 shape followed by an S and a T. And that's just to represent her going into first grade next school year. Now I'm just going to go ahead and fill up these little holes with some sprinkles. And there you have it, guys, a peekaboo sandwich I know she's going to be excited to see. For her fruit, she requested watermelon, so I'll add some in here. And then just like her big sister, Lily also requested a combination of cucumbers and carrots, but I did go ahead and change the shape here just to make it a little bit different. And then of course, after the veggies, you guys know what's coming next. It would be the ranch. Ranch is definitely Lily's favorite condiment, and I think she would put it on everything if she could. Now moving on to Lily's snack and treat. For her snack, she requested chips, and for her treat, I'm adding in some Nutella balls. So to put together these Nutella balls is actually really easy. It's a no-bake recipe and it takes about 10 minutes. All you have to do is add about 2.5 cups of old-fashioned oats. Then you guys, the best part is the Nutella. You're going to need about 1 cup. And then to get this to stick together, you're also going to need honey. To this, I'm also adding a teaspoon of vanilla, a pinch of salt, and then this next part is optional, but if you want to, you can also add in some M&Ms. Then I just mix everything together, roll these into balls, and then I like to place them in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes or so until they're set up. And now finally, to complete Lily's lunch, I'm just going to be adding in some water for her drink.
My favorite was the watermelon, the sandwich, the Nutella ball, but I didn't really like the sweet corn flavored chips.
Okay guys, now that brings me to Griffin's lunch. Griffin's actually going to be turning 4 in July, so that means he's going to be doing preschool, and he's already told me he wants to have a Paw Patrol party, so for his lunch today, I'm going with a Paw Patrol theme. And you guys, his lunch is actually going to be a hot lunch. To get started, I'm just going to be adding some Paw Patrol chicken nuggets to my air fryer. Now, normally if I was sending chicken nuggets to school, I would pack them in a thermos, but since all of our lunches are being eaten from home this week, I'm just going to go ahead and put the chicken nuggets directly in his lunchbox. Now to go along with these, I'm also going to add in some ketchup for dipping, and then for Griffin's fruit and veggie, I'm keeping things pretty simple. I'm just going to add a few little cucumber sticks into the center section. Over in this section, I'm going to add a handful of raspberries with just a few blueberries thrown in. For Griffin's snack, I'm going to be adding in some popcorn. Now technically this is sort of a white cheddar popcorn, but I'm going to call it popcorn to go along with our Paw Patrol theme. And then for Griffin's sweet treat, I'm going to be adding in some puppy chow. But you guys, this isn't real puppy chow. This is just another really easy no-bake treat that you can make in about 10 minutes. Now, some people call this puppy chow and some people call it Muddy Buddies. It's pretty much the same thing. All you have to do is melt 1 cup of chocolate chips with half a cup of creamy peanut butter. Once that's nice and melted and mixed together, you just pour it over 6 cups of rice cheddar Chex cereal. Then once that's all mixed together and cooled down, you can go ahead and add it to a Ziploc bag. Next, you're gonna add in your powdered sugar. Make sure to close up your bag all the way and then go ahead and give it a shimmy shake until all of the pieces of cereal are coated in the sugar. And the idea is that these little treats look like puppy chow. And now the very last thing I'm adding into Griffin's lunch is an apple juice with a cute little Paw Patrol topper.
My favorite bite was a Muddy Buddies.
Now definitely click on the link right here if you're looking for some fun summer lunch ideas. And if you'd like some fun and easy breakfast ideas, you can click on the link right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.